It's time for today's travel and cruise industry news. With the latest from travel and cruises around the world, here's your host, Chillie Falls.
Hey, good morning and welcome to the Travel and Cruise Industry Podcast on this Friday, November the 7th, 2025, coming to you from Bedford County, Virginia, right outside of Lynchburg. Glad to have all of you with me today. Not the most prodigious news day, but we got a few stories to go over this morning. And then I'm going to PT. I'm actually going to, sincerely hope, make it over there today, finally. So anyway, glad to have you with me. Of course, today's show is brought to you by Will U.S., the owner of Scootaround, and by chilliescruises. The lead stories today, kind of two stories back to back. NCL brings back free at sea. That's the good story. That was first announced on this show by Hot Air Tom. And then the bad story from NCL, which is they're basically shifting away from the solo strategy. And as far as I'm concerned, that royally sucks. Also today, 2026 High Seas Rally. We have a cautionary disease warning. Royal Caribbean has begun diverting ships from Jamaica. Couple streamers kicked off a ship. The FAA cuts flights and lots more here at 11 o'clock this morning on the Travel and Cruise Industry Podcast. Today is National Bittersweet Chocolate with Almonds Day. I can deal with that. I like chocolate. I love almonds. So yeah, I don't mind that at all. If I was going to eat a candy bar, I'm not a huge fan of Hershey's, but still the Hershey with almonds would be up near the top of my list. I don't eat much candy, but anyway, if I was going to eat some, that might be it. This day in history in 1805, that's when Hot Air Tom was in the second or third grade then, right, Tom? The Lewis and Clark expedition saw the Pacific Ocean for the first time from the mouth of the Columbia River. Witnessed by Hot Air Tom. Yeah, no, it wasn't. I'm stretching the truth, in case you didn't know that. All right. That opened up the West Coast for us. I see Elizabeth's with us. A few other folks over there. Mike's with us. Hot Air Tom, Gretchen. Good to have all you guys, as always. All right, so again, we've got a few stories this morning. Not a big gangbuster news day by any stretch of the imagination. So first, before we get started, let's take a quick break from one of our fine network sponsors, and I'll be right back with my buddy Nestor and the news. All right, we're going to lead off today, like I said, from Norwegian. A good story and a bad story.
Announced first by Hot Air Tom on Wednesday, Norwegian Cruise Line is kicking off Black Friday early with what it calls its biggest sale of the year, offering 50% off every cruise and bringing back its beloved free at sea promotion. The relaunched free at sea package now includes even more perks for all guests, regardless of stateroom type. On a typical 7-night sailing, travelers receive an unlimited open bar, including premium spirits, 20% off bottles of wine or champagne, 150 minutes of high-speed internet, and discounted unlimited Wi-Fi upgrades. Both the first and second guests in a cabin also enjoy 3 specialty dining meals and a $50 shore excursion credit per port for the first guest, an upgrade from the previous single excursion credit tied to cabin category. With its expanded benefits and steep discounts, NCL's early Black Friday sale makes now a prime time to book a cruise vacation.
And yeah, folks, I know some of the details are not as good as they once were, but still the basic premise of the package is back, and that's a good thing. Now, the bad thing, and the thing that I am totally upset about with Norwegian, is next.
Norwegian Cruise Line Holdings is scaling back its plans for solo traveler accommodations. During the company's third-quarter earnings call, President and CEO Harry Sommer announced that the cruise group will reduce the number of single cabins offered across its 3 brands, Norwegian Cruise Line, Oceania Cruises, and Regent Seven Seas Cruises. The move marks a shift from the company's earlier strategy. Just 2 years ago, Norwegian Cruise Line revealed plans to add nearly 1,000 dedicated solo staterooms across its 19-ship fleet. In early 2024, NCL introduced 3 new solo cabin types: Solo Inside, Solo Ocean View, and Solo Balcony, with pricing designed to be more affordable than traditional double occupancy rooms. While the company has not detailed how many single cabins will remain, the new approach suggests a stronger focus on optimizing overall cabin mix and revenue across its luxury and contemporary cruise lines.
Needless to say, I am totally unhappy with that move. You know, I said all along that Norwegian was way ahead of everybody else as far as solo travelers were concerned. Not anymore. They've gone from the lead to way behind. And I think basically they've just cut themselves out of the solo marketplace altogether. I know I won't book solo with them anymore. So then that's just me.
We have the equipment you need to stay mobile. Whether you need a wheelchair, scooter, power chair, rollator, oxygen, or other pieces of mobility equipment, Scoot-Around, powered by Will, can help. Once you've booked your rental, we can deliver it to wherever you need. For your mobility needs, contact me or call Scoot-Around at 888-441-7575. Use SRN 11137 for the best rates.
Allure of the Seas will host the 2026 High Seas Rally Motorcycle Theme Cruise. The 7-night voyage will sail from Port Miami in November 2026 and call at 3 destinations. The cruise raises money for the High Seas Dialysis Fund and the Wounded Warrior Project.
I wonder if we can put on Allure of the Seas, we can get Hot Air Tom to get on the zip line on a motorcycle and ride down that sucker and crash into like the bottle when they christen a ship. They send the bottle down the line and it splats. That would be a good move for Hot Air Tom, don't you think?
Guests sailing on Norwegian Epic, as well as those who recently sailed, are being warned that a former passenger has contracted Legionnaire's disease. As a safety precaution, current and former guests are advised to promptly notify medical professionals if any symptoms of the disease emerge. The cruise line is working with the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, which is investigating the case. Royal Caribbean is confirming itinerary changes to remove Jamaica on several different ships in November. This is not unexpected, as Jamaica cannot yet welcome cruise ships until more post-storm repairs are made. Whenever possible, alternatives are being arranged for impacted sailings so guests can still enjoy port visits. A heated altercation between 2 live streamers aboard Royal Caribbean's Harmony of the Seas turned a Caribbean vacation into viral drama. The fight broke out on November 4th, while the ship was sailing from Galveston toward Roatan, Honduras, during a 7-night Western Caribbean cruise. According to several social media posts, the fight broke out at the open-deck smoking area between streamer David Ryan, better known online as Chicken Andy, who primarily broadcasts on the platform Kick, and another streamer known as Dave Willis, or Black Ass Dave. The two men reportedly began arguing over a mutual acquaintance referred to as JJ, specifically, whether they had helped him succeed on the streaming platform or if he was simply entertaining. What started as a heated discussion quickly escalated into a physical fight in front of other passengers. Both individuals were detained by onboard security following the incident. Ryan was allegedly taken to the ship's brig before both men were disembarked in Roatan when the ship arrived. Reports suggest the pair were left to arrange their own travel home after being removed from the vessel.
That JJ that they're talking about is not my JJ or our JJ. I don't know anything about these birds, and I don't mind it staying that way. Speaking of JJ, I did speak with Jordan yesterday. Of course, that's JJ Cruise. He's got to check with Jared on their schedule, but he'll be on the show one day, probably Thanksgiving week. So looking forward to that. Haven't talked to Jordan and Jared for a while. Two of my favorite people at sea. I'm really looking forward to that. Of course, they had an interesting perspective on Virgin Voyages. So it'll be interesting to chat with them about that.
The FAA's 10% air traffic reduction may cause passengers to miss their flights into major cruise ports, raising the risk of missing embarkation. Because most travel insurance policies exclude government shutdown-related cancellations, passengers may have limited or no reimbursement for missed sailings. Guests with upcoming cruises may want to switch flights to arrive earlier than expected to allow for delays or cancellations.
I could have done a whole story today just on flights today, as it seems like it's gotten worse and worse daily with the shutdown, and they're having just an awful day today on many of the major airports. Again, folks, I go back to the same thing. I've said it before. I say it again. To all you Republicans out there, get off your high horse and go to work. To all you Democrats out there, get off your high elephant or donkey and go to work. Both of you. Shut the hell up. Quit blaming the other. Get together and get the government back open, and you guys go back to work. And for God's sakes, you got the government shut down. Don't go home and vacation. I'd like to get rid of all of you. Just out. So, but again, that's me. All right. Oh yeah, I got to play a commercial.
If you get tired from walking too far, get a scooter. It's the only way to go. Are you planning a trip to Anaheim or LA in the next few months? It's a great time of the year to visit Southern California, with mild temperatures and seasonal Halloween and Christmas events at Disneyland. Anaheim and LA rentals are 15% off. Book by November 30th, 2025. Reserve online. Call 1-888-441-7575. Use SRN 11137 or email chillie@bookalaska.net.
All right, that's going to actually put an end to the news portion of today's show. So let's go see who's in the chat room fussing at me. I mentioned Mike and Eli, Elizabeth. Elizabeth says, another beautiful day in Frigate Bay. My meeting got rescheduled, so here I am. Very good. 1 week left on vacay. Hot Air Tom says, let me call the PT folks to make Chillie squeal. Yeah, thanks, Tom. That's what I need. There's Gretchen. Hi, Gretchen. The new fax stinks for us due to reduction in all benefits for longer cruises, the FAX. I'm not sure what you're referring to. Internet. Oh, on the. Okay, I see you're talking about the new free at sea. Internet down 300 to 150 minutes. Loss of one specialty dining. 4 is max now, and the fee for the drink package goes up. Yeah, I understand that the details have changed, but still, it's better than it was with none. So, Hot Air says, I hope our experience on Oceania goes well next week. It may be our new cruise line. There's Todd. Todd's with us. Good morning, everyone. Hi, Todd. Elizabeth says, Hot Air, if you don't like Oceania, I will be greatly surprised as a crew member. It's one of my favorites. Top 5 for sure. Hot Air says you need to request a transfer to Allura for November 16th. Chillie has a cruise buddy now, so no need to book solo. Ken and Chillie. Yeah, but Ken sails with Robin, Tom. Keep that in mind. She just couldn't go on this one cruise. Elizabeth says, I joined Majestic Sea that day, no longer going to Sun Princess, but you never know. I spoke with my friends in Ocho yesterday, and they are hoping to have ships back in December. Yeah, I saw the December number. Oh, Hot Air Tom says, a little bird told me Kentucky residents are not allowed to cruise. No, not only is it you're not allowed to cruise on the Ohio River. Is it the Ohio River? Yeah. It's the Ohio River in Louisville. You're not allowed to cruise there, but you are allowed to cruise anywhere else. You just have to get there. That's all. What else do we have here? Todd says, I second you, Chillie, on them getting back to work. I am so fed up with the idiots. And I'm not making any political statement. I don't care if it's Republicans or Democrats. I put them all in the same big basket. As far as I'm concerned, they all need to be replaced. That's just me. On another question, what are these little crowns with 1, 2, or 3 mean? I was number 1, then bounced to number 2, and then back at number 1. I have no idea, Elizabeth, what the world the crowns mean or the numbers. I mean, you're Elizabeth Stern 374. I have no idea what that means. There's Sonny. Sonny's 1973. I have no idea what that means either. Happy Friday, everybody, says Sonny down in Mississippi. Hi, Sonny. Always good to have you, my dear. Chillie rant. Yep, please get back to work, Congress. Thanks, Sonny. Yeah, I'm so fed up with all of them. And nothing's affected me yet, personally. But, she says, no, I'm talking the crowns. Hell, I don't know. I don't know what those mean either. So, anyway, I was going to say something now, but I completely lost my train of thought. I have no idea. Anyway, nothing's affected me yet. But yeah, another month or so, they tell me I'm not getting my Social Security thing. I'll be ready to march. Eli says, have a great weekend, everybody. I agree with that, y'all. That's going to wrap me up. Don't forget, thumbs up, everybody. If you have not subscribed, please take this as my invitation to do so. You know, we stayed steady for a while, then we had a nice little spurt. Now we're back to steady again. I'd like to get back to the spurting business. Let's keep growing. So that will wrap it up. All right, guys. Y'all have a great Friday and a wonderful weekend. I'll be here all weekend, so I'll be monitoring the situation in case anything major happens. So you guys all have a great time. If you're traveling this weekend, be safe, and everybody stay safe, stay healthy. Think about cruising, and hopefully one day soon we'll all get together on the high seas. Have a great day, everybody, and a fabulous weekend. See you on Monday if I don't see you before then.
I regularly post videos on all facets of the travel and cruise industry. So if you like to keep up with the latest in cruise ships, ports of call, cruises themselves, Chillie chats, and travel and cruise industry news, just hit the little subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner, hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when a new video is up or we go live. This video was produced by Chillie's Cruises.